all living beings, there is the concept of survival, the need to stay alive and reproduce. In times past, the need to ensure survival was an all-encompassing, nearly corrupting sensation, a wish to keep the self alive, a wish for life. But it is never that easy. Famine, natural disasters, even other members of your own species presented a threat each and every day. Food, scarce. Water, even more so. Shelter, vulnerable. In a world of such great danger, it's no wonder we and other animals were so focused on survival. Well, what about the present? According to Hanno Pitchell, a member of the Foundation for Nature and Culture Heritage Research, humans millions of years ago did not have welfare states nor social security systems that shielded them from the laws of natural selection. We do now. Over the past 5 millennia, since the advent of agriculture, we have entered a state known as the Age of Plenty, at least in many places. No longer is our primary concern survival, but success, the admiration of our peers, the gathering of currency, increasing our own personal power and influence. All of this because we don't have to worry about dying anymore. But at what cost? Social hierarchies developed, people were separated, and social hierarchies developed, people were separated, and we could distinguish those between the haves and the have-nots. Thus, we get selfishness. Selfishness is defined as being excessively or exclusively concerned with oneself or one's own advantage, pleasure, or welfare. For us, selfishness is a natural part of life. We make use of it every day. For us, selfishness is a natural part of life. We all have goals, hopes, and dreams, and we want to focus on them when we want to focus on them. In the age of plenty, however, what need have we of selfishness? Everyone supposedly gets what they need, and surely we can focus on making life the best it can be for both ourselves and everyone else, right? Wrong. Selfishness is intertwined in almost every thought, every action. People trampling over others for power or money, manipulating, perhaps even killing them, all to benefit the self. What horrible creatures are we? Perhaps we are not as horrible as we seem. Moments ago I asked, what need have we of selfishness in the age of plenty? And maybe there is not a concrete answer, but there is an origin: survival. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the root of selfishness. The concept of focusing on the self has been ingrained within us since the dawn of humanity because of the need to perpetuate our species. Other negative emotions, such as spite, have also been found to have benefits. Spiteful behavior is defined as sustaining a cost to confer a cost upon another. According to Rory Schmid and Patrick Forber from the Evolution Journal, spiteful behavior contributes to the stability of a population by limiting its growth. This is because when a population remains at a static level, it is supported by the current amount of nutrition availability. This begs the question, however, of why these concepts of selfishness and spite have remained within us in the age of plenty if they are not required. The answer lies yet again in survival and natural selection. A selection pressure is an agent of mortality or fertility that drives a change within a population. Today's selection pressures have most definitely changed since prehistoric times, but they have and always will be driving our change. And herein lies the problem. We don't exactly know what selection pressures are driving our change in this day and age. Personality traits like Machiavellianism and narcissism have been shown to garner more success in the acquisition of careers, wealth, or power. But is the need or the want to become wealthy or powerful truly the strongest force of change in conjunction with certain physical traits? The answer is yes. Taller, smarter, more confident people are more likely to find a reproductive partner because not only do they have the longest straw from the height bucket, but they also have the tenacity and the willpower to accomplish their goals, going so far as to step on or marginalize others. This brings me to altruism. Altruism is defined as sustaining a cost to confer a benefit upon another. This is the pinnacle of selfless action. Gaining nothing or perhaps even losing something, all to benefit the self. You have to be crazy to do that, right? Why not just be the best you can be? Well, selfishness has been found in the animal kingdom outside of humanity. According to the American naturalist, some plants, namely the Impatiens capensis plant, have been shown to sacrifice size or sustain harm, all to benefit the species in the surrounding area. So, which one is more effective? On the one hand, you have narcissism, Machiavellianism, selfishness, and spite. All of these relate to the benefiting the self at the cost of others. This is how Mother Nature does it, and we make use of it every day. It promotes the survival of individuals or small groups and thus the species. But perhaps altruism benefits us more now than it did millions of years ago. Problems facing us today, like climate change, overfishing, deforestation, things like that, are problems that threaten the species as a whole and that must be tackled together. Altruism is the most important thing for us now. The benefits of focusing on the self can no longer be justified when only we as a species can save ourselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful people who join me here today, embrace your animalistic tendencies and embrace your selfishness. It's natural, it's healthy, it's important. If you're constantly worrying about if Diana's drama at her tennis club is bringing her down, or if Mark's job doesn't allow him to be a leader, you'll never get to focus on yourself and your goals. Why would you be bothered with it? After all, it's their problem. You just focus on the best you can be. But what I ask of you, of all of you today, is to set that aside one day. Take a cost to confer a benefit. Take some time out of your day to volunteer or help someone else or pitch in. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's those people who will save the world. Thank you.